here's what I don't understand, right? Now, granted, there's going to be like the Instagram guru in me, but why is it that people are so quick to go and gamble their money away for instant gratification, but they can't put it towards like delayed gratification? Why can't you take this same money that you're throwing away, where if you're averaging every single time you walk into the casino, you're losing between $500 to a couple of $1,000s. Why don't you just put that money into investing in yourself?
I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket.
That's one of his lines, and clearly they are keeping up with the debts. The debt collectors is keeping up.
He was a very dangerous man with some money.
He was.
How was
the But I can't seem to understand why is it that people are so quick to go and gamble everything away, but they won't gamble on themselves per se.
Man, listen.
Why is it always instant gratification rather than delayed?
Put your pinky ring up to the moon.
He's not gonna have one. 50 million in the hole. It's crazy to me. I'm curious what the actual number is, because I know he's probably in the hole for sure. Because I think the most that Charles Barkley had lost in a day was like 5 million. I think Michael Jordan was probably between like 1 and 10.
Did you see the thing? It's like we thought Bruno Mars was MJ, but he was really MJ.
Yeah. Shit's crazy. I can't seem to understand it.
So the way
why
I look
you
at
lose
it,
that much money?
These guys, because I feel for it. Thankfully, I'm not that intense. I got a grip on it because I'm a pussy, but also because I want to take care of my future. These guys that are addicted to winning, MJ, Michael Jordan, he just loves that feeling of winning. Is so addictive to him. It's like fucking crack to him.
Right.
That he gambles, he plays golf, he does all of these things, and he wants to win. He's just addicted to it. Bruno Mars, probably like the same thing. That's why he got caught with. That's why he has the cocaine charge, because he has that dopamine hit. He's addicted to that dopamine hit. So then he goes and fucking does the gambling too, because he loves that dopamine hit. Because there's nothing like a dopamine hit, but from that type of thing, like winning something. Because think about it, if he's down, if he's down 17 mil in one night. Imagine there's some nights where he's probably up $10 million.
Right. Because at what point do you walk away? For me, it's always like a 50%. Like when I was in Vegas this past weekend, I walked in. All I had was $50 cash because I don't carry cash like that. So I was like, all right, I walked past the roulette. I stopped and I had like a staring contest with it for about 17 seconds. I said, fuck it, put the $50 in there. And I said, okay, let's just see how fast I can lose it. I had the small wins here and there, and I just said, all right, you know what? Let's just throw
with gambling, it always goes to zero.
It always ends up going to zero. I ended up going up. I think I went up to like $145. I'm like, oh, great. So, yeah, I went up to $145. I'm like, oh, boy. All right, we're going to leave it at 100 is the floor. If I get down to 100, so I just bet even to the point once it got to 100, I said, all right, cool, I'm leaving. I doubled my money. I'm out of here. And I usually in my mind is whatever I play with, I just want to leave with a W at least.
I think it's the illusion, though, of like, let's say you turn 50 into 140. You're like, I did that with my skill. I'm the reason that
it's a mental I know how to predict it. And funny enough, it was a black 14 that had got me to the 145. And then I said, you know what? We're just going to play with 45 and leave it with double. I'm the one that did it with my brain. If I could make it into 140, I can make it into 600 or 1,000 or 20,000. Like, you automatically assume that. Right.
And you don't know when to walk away.
And I've seen people get caught up. And I guess we could close with this. I've been inside of different casinos, whether it's been in Queens, whether it's been in Atlantic City, whether it's been in Vegas, where somebody's on a hot streak.
Yeah.
And they're loud about it. Because what I've noticed is if you're winning, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Because I've seen this dude, they were, I think it was roulette.
I'm a dangerous man.
He's over
with some
here.
Money in my
Clearly,
pocket.
the man's was having the time of his life. The girls started coming over, bigging him up. The dudes is over here cheering him on and everything. Ooh. And the whole group shows up behind you. And I'm just watching. I'm like, yo, you up right now. I think at the time he was up about 13 grand. And I was there, I was watching. I was like, yo, he should just leave right now. Because he had 4 straight wins. Like he had bet on all black. He got himself a win there. And because his pay-in ticket was high, you'll get a decent amount back. So it was all on black. Great. Then he bet on green. He was able to get the green. I was like, oh my God, that's what took him to 10 grand. And then he had 2 couple of grand wins here and there. So it was like 1,500 one, and the other one maybe about like 14 or whatever. He had gotten to the point where you could see he's got like 13, at least 13 grand was there. And I'm just looking, I'm like, yo, leave now. Just leave now. But the hot streak had got to him. Yeah. So he's like, nah, I'm gonna do it again. He did 3 more bets and he had nothing left.
Blew all of
3 more bets and had nothing left.
Yeah.
Everybody who was right there with him cheering, they all left.
Well, no, because so I've experienced that exact thing with craps when I'm the one rolling, right? And like you start feeling like the man because I did a roll. It was a long roll, and we were making money. I think that one roll I was up like $2-3 grand with just one roll.
Right.
There's like girls there. I'm like, here, blow it for good luck. The girl will blow the dice, throw it over. Like everyone's like, oh, and then with craps, if you win, everyone else wins.
Yeah.
So you're almost like betting on the same thing. You're on the same team. So the more you win, they're like, yo, keep rolling, keep rolling. So like I'm just going. I'm like, boom, boom, and I'm up like $2-3 grand on this roll, and it's the best feeling ever. Though you want to drink, like people like because they give you free drinks.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? I'm like,
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. It's a beautiful system.
And I was like, bro, it takes them a while to bring the drinks. I was there for like fucking 2 drinks, free drinks, just drinking.
You on a hot streak.
So on a hot streak, winning big, right? And I remember that one day, I think I was up like $4,500, went back to the hotel, went to bed. Next day, I went down like $3 grand before I finally pulled out.
Yeah.
It's a fucking...
It's a up and down roller coaster.
I leave when I win, though. If I have like one really good one, I think, you know how when you play basketball, it's like you always have to leave on a shot?
Yeah.
So like if I have one really good one, I'm like, that's all I needed.
Right.
I'm not going to let this get ruined because that's how you spiral.
Yeah.
So if I have a good one, I'll leave and I'll start again the next day.
And I always envision if I was to have like a day where you cannot be stopped with your winnings. Like I think the most I've ever seen somebody actually physically win in a casino is like 400 grand. And I just so happened to pass by when they were no, this was in Queens.
The fuck?
Yeah, it was in the Queens casino.
Queens?
Yeah, dude was up, and I happened to pass by because I was leaving roulette. That's when I had went up the 1600 and ended up going with only 4. But no, I think when I left it, I had won 1,000 is when I left it. So I was walking by and I saw he was up incredible amount. And then once he had crossed the 400 grand mark, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to stick around to make it seem as if I may be with this person. Because I started noticing there was, I don't want to say security, but there was some questionable looking individuals who were just walking in the distance, just kept staring at the table. So situations like that make me think of like in all the movies when you're supposed to go into casinos and lose.
Right.
But when you win so much, now they're like, yo, wait a minute. Are they rigging the game? Are they cheating?
Well, it becomes that because it's a numbers game.
Right.
They know like, oh, even if it's as close as possible, even if it's like 51% to 49%.
Right.
49% like is your chance to win.
Right.
That's the most. It's always gonna be stacked against you. Like you could win 49 times. That 50th time, you're gonna lose.
Right.
So when someone's winning that much, they do see the sketchy guys do watch.
Right.
I don't think they do anything on the first try. Like you get away with it one time.
Yeah.
But let's say you continue to win every single time.
Right.
Like, okay, this is sketchy.
That's exactly because once I saw he was over the 400 grand mark, I looked at it and I saw the questionable characters approaching. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't even want to. Like my curiosity wants me to stay here to see how this all plays out. Because if he just says, well, that's great, I'm cashing out, guys. No, I'm gonna cash out and then leave just to see what happens.
I don't think anything would happen. I think that would be
I saw them like, yeah, you know what? I'm about it because I saw them in the distance because the roulette table over here, and I think he was either playing blackjack or it was roulette. But in that casino, they're not too far from each other.
What I think it is I think those guys, they want to observe,
right?
Because they check all their dealers. Like these casinos, they're super anti-cheat. They have a camera, right? They have eye in the sky.
Right. Yeah, I noticed all of that stuff once I walked in.
They're probably, those guys are probably sketchy because they're watching the dealers or they're watching whoever's like rolling the ball for roulette. They're watching to make sure that they're not doing anything wrong, nothing sketchy, and that the game is fair because they know if this is fair, we're gonna win our money back. You know, so that's what they're there for. But yeah, man, those casinos that's a business I would love to own. Casino.
Right.
Now, I just don't know how I feel about profiting off of sin, but I would love to own a casino because
it's a printing amount of money.
It's a bar. But more than that, it's a bar that you make money with the actual, because bars, you make money off the alcohol. This, you make money off the alcohol.
Yeah.
But you also make a shitload of money off the gambling.
Right.